Don't make me the bad guy. Don't make me the bad guy. Bitch, I need my space. Say I'm too aggressive. All up in my business. You playing detective. You not even mine.
And we live, baby.
What? He got to redo it?
We got the end. We live, baby. I mean, I gotta get that.
Oh, okay.
I gotta get that.
And we live, baby.
Hey.
Hey, back in this again.
All right.
Episode 650. No.
The same one that what's Rogan on, like 1500
Or something, man. He got.
or something.
Or something.
Oh yeah, this is real nice.
That just gets ridiculous. Like he didn't have so many different conversation and talks and stuff. You know what I mean? Just Musk and all these other people, to where like the conversations that he actually had, he did kind of bring some rustle some feathers.
I started watching the what was it, the Kanye one, but hold up.
I haven't watched it. I need to watch more of the Rogan podcast. Are you good?
You good?
Are you good, my friend?
Making some adjustments.
Are you good, my friend?
Yeah, that's better.
Hey.
I was just worried. I was like, man, I don't fucking hear Ron. I ain't got no snare in my headphones.
Ain't no snare.
But yeah, it's all good. We're good.
Cool.
Everything's good, dude. Stop
Everything
freaking
good.
out. Stop freaking out. It's gonna be okay.
He has all those endorphins running.
Yeah, buddy. Got back day today.
Yeah. Shout out LA, man. There's like nobody there.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
It's like, yeah, that works out perfect.
I feel like it's definitely changed since the Rona. I feel like the Rona has a big part to do with that over there.
People be afraid, man.
I don't know, man.
Too afraid. So, man, I had this dream last night.
Oh, you want to talk about these
Yeah,
dreams?
yeah,
Okay.
like
I
these
thought you were
dreams.
talking about like dreams. But yeah, go on.
No, they are dreams. Like,
Yeah, but dreams, you know?
So I was getting attacked by a giant bird. And this bird was, I swear, it felt like it was a 30-minute long dream. I was hiding under cars and shit.
You
trying
know,
to get away.
You know, there's reasons why you dream.
Exactly. Ron and I we were talking about that.
Yeah. Do you
And
believe in that shit?
I do believe in that.
I think
Yes.
so. I think it's there's something behind it. It definitely is.
Because we were researching it, and it says like if you dream about birds attacking you, it's like pretty much you have a whole bunch of tasks that are pulling you left and right, and you got a bunch of stuff on your mind that you need to choose from. And which is true for me, because I got this event, I got practicing music, and you almost hit yourself in the face.
Damn, I was like fucking with this thing, and yeah, holy shit, man.
Honestly, I didn't even know that did.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh. Yeah, I mean, do you guys know about like numerology or any shit like that? This is just like going off what you're like
But
the
never really.
No.
Yeah, numerology, like what's the zodiac signs and shit like that. Do you believe in that type of shit? Or?
Oh, zodiac signs. Yeah, I believe in it.
I mean,
Or as horoscopes and stuff like
It's
that.
not really the same, but it's like kind of like the same realm, you know.
zodiac signs, you can pretty much fit in every single category of a zodiac sign. It's a general information that they send off to the people that are that can link with like, oh yeah, I'm outgoing.
You're not a believer.
I'm creative.
You're not a believer?
I'm not 100% believer, no. But I mean, just a little bit. It's like I'm a Leo, and everything on Leo that describes me is me. You know.
Didn't they change the like everybody's sign? Because they found out new information, so like
Or something
everybody's
like that,
everybody's changed like a month or some shit.
Yeah, it's something weird. But a lot of it before it got into this basically watered down situation was, it actually comes from, like we were talking earlier, this comes from like the Aztecs and all that other shit. Like all these people that believed in higher powers. You know what I mean? Like, how do you think that they lasted so long? How do you think that they, had those harvests when, there was a drought or all these other things? You know what I mean? Like, it happened for a reason, and then we, in a sense, we're told that it's not happening or it's not true because we don't see it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sort of.
So like it's like people when people talk about conspiracies, I can tell you a conspiracy and then you can take it for what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's a conspiracy. It's like,
you
is
see
it
what I'm
true?
saying?
Is it
But
not?
But how about
Exactly,
ask
because,
Al what a
know.
conspiracy is?
What is a conspiracy?
Yeah.
A conspiracy is pretty much a false rumor. You know, it's like
Oh.
UFOs. That's a
What?
conspiracy.
But the funny thing about it is, it's a conspiracy because you probably haven't seen it. They
Have you seen a UFO?
No, but that's what I'm saying. They actually have shows and shit where actual people talk about seeing UFOs. They actually have documentation from the military that actually said that they seen UFOs and objects that wasn't supposed to be up there, and they actually have files on it.
Do you guys remember that Area 51 shit when everybody went and fucking?
Who's charged? Area 51.
Yeah.
We'd all die.
But the most highly guarded place in damn near in the world, you're gonna try to go and just be like, oh, I'm gonna walk on
I'm
here.
gonna just
that's
mob
dead.
through here.
Yeah, that's dead. Like, especially when it's something where like people are trying to keep secrets, you're not gonna get in there. Like, look at what is it? It's either one of the Koreas. I forget. It might be
North
South
Korea.
Or is it North Korea with Kim Jong Un or whatever his name is?
Yeah, the interview.
Well, yeah.
Guy with no butthole.
But it's like
You don't got a butthole?
You don't got a butthole?
it's like stuff like that though.
Tell me
It's
how,
like,
man,
you know,
like
you
pee-poo?
got whole countries that keeping secrets. Like, they don't
Right.
even let you into that country. Like,
That's why I was saying that we're probably 100 years in the future. But what they release out to the public,
we're behind, bro.
I don't think we're behind. I think we're behind on what they
Japan
release.
is literally 10 years and just
I love the
look.
disagreeing.
Look. Japan is literally 10 years ahead in the technology than America is.
I mean,
China is.
we
But
could be.
we're 100 years ahead of what? What are you comparing that to? What's the par? Like, what's the bar? You see
we
what
could
I'm
have flying cars. They can have the UFOs at Area 51. We can be super advanced, like having like Halo shit, like just force fields and crap. But they're not going to release that out. They're not going to give that to the public.
Well, I mean, it's at that point then they're gonna use it for the military and try to do certain things. So if we go to World War, you're gonna see all of that. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of shit that we don't know about. Yeah, there is.
Talking about Treyarch, Treyarch actually got in trouble for releasing.
What is
Treyarch is like Black Ops. Like
Black Cops?
Black Ops. Black Ops operations.
You remember that Ed Bassmaster shit? Black Cops.
But yeah, they actually got in trouble. They got in some huge shit for releasing like secret information because they were doing some research on like modern warfare, like not the game Modern Warfare, but like modern like warfare weaponry and shit like that, like the like tanks that can crawl on the ground and shit, and like jetpacks and crap like that. And they were actually releasing that, and they were like, no, why we were told that in secrecy, but the fuck are you supposed to do when you tell Treyarch something? What are you supposed to do with that? Let's put it in a game.
Treyarch.
Is it video game?
It's a video game developer.
Yeah.
Call of Duty
okay.
have multiple. I think they have 2, and it used to be. I think it used to be 3. But
Sorry.
like this year was Modern Warfare, and so Infinity War got to design that. And so this upcoming game is Cold War, which is ran by Treyarch. Treyarch does it. So then next year is going to be Modern Warfare again, or Infinity War to do it. So they just go back and forth. They literally kind of give them 2 years to come up with the next game in a sense.
Some shit I don't know about, yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's, even then, it's like, you know, there's
So they were mad that they put that in a video game?
Yeah, they were
And
because
out to the...
it was secret information. They were mad that they released that information out to the public. But I mean, it's a video game. Who's gonna take that seriously? But shit, some people do.
So what happened to Treyarch after that?
I think they got fined. I'm not.
They
too
just
sure.
got fined. So is it like that important then? You know what I'm saying?
I guess if it was that important, they would shut down the game.
So that's interesting. I don't know.
well, I mean, I think yes and no. I guess it could. You can go ahead and like shut down a game or whatever, but they have so much money to where it's like
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, well, just don't do it, keep secrecy, and then that wash your hands of it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, is it like that classified, or are they that worried about it that they're just like, oh, just I'll find you, and then just go along, continue making games. It's no big deal. You know what I'm saying?
I think it
it
comes off.
that-
I think it will come off that easy to us, but there's a lot that comes behind that. Like, those people are probably never supposed to speak about that shit again. They do. They go to jail. They go into a black site. All this stuff, like all that extra stuff that comes behind it, like they won't tell, like, you know, us regular people what they're really doing. You got a lot of people that even that work for the government, like that can't talk about anything
Right,
ever.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's very true.
so it's just like, okay, well, you found that. It's like, say if you go overseas, right, and then you see some shit that you weren't supposed to see, or you find some shit you weren't supposed to find, and then you're kind of like, okay, well, I want to go back and do this. Well, they're gonna tell you that you can't do that. If you do it, you know, you may end up dead, or somebody can't find you.
What was that one movie about that? Snow. I can't remember what it was called. Snowden. You guys remember that movie?
Snowed in?
Snowed in.
I thought you were talking about
Who's in
Frozen for a second.
Who's in?
You want to build a snowman?
Fuck, I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name. But basically, he released like classified information and was like the most wanted man. You guys don't?
Oh, WikiLeaks.
Yeah, I don't.
You ever heard of WikiLeaks?
That sounds like a
Back page?
like a medical issue.
You got to do a lot of research.
Jesus.
WikiLeaks guy. It's like one of the biggest information infringements in the ever.
No,
With secrets and all type of shit.
I haven't heard of that, no.
Yeah.
You gotta do a lot
of research when you're in the military. You work for and you go for a country and all this shit, and you don't know nothing about it.
I'm a sound engineer in the military.
I understand that, but you still, if they wanted you to go to war, you're the first one to go. You're still assigned to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you get like deployed? What do you like?
Most likely for my unit, we're probably never gonna get deployed.
Yeah. Are you like what are you?
I'm a 42 9 X-ray, which is part of the 42 X-ray is part of the band. 9 X-ray is 42 Romeo is part of the band. 9 X-ray is live sound engineer for the band, like lighting technician, running the soundboards, setting up and everything else. I technically have the hardest job in my unit. That's what I've been told, at least.
My thing is that like, how is that?
We're recruits.
Are you like,
the band
you
is
know?
pretty much recruits.
Yeah,
It's getting people to okay, this is what the band's about. This is really cool.
But
This is
it's
what
a
the Army's about.
military.
Yeah. We're trying to get more people to join the military. That's the whole part.
For
about
why? We have the biggest military in the world already. What the fuck you want to keep recruiting people?
You getting around fired up
because it's shit like that. Like, you still want to be the biggest military in the world, and you're the biggest.
Like what we have ain't enough, type shit.
Basically, we have all.
Well, I mean that's just. I feel like that's another great example of America,
what
the
it
United
possibly
States.
could be is like they might have to send off that information. I mean, all that money, because what are they supposed to do with that? We're getting, I guess, too much money. We got to give it out. I mean, that could be it.
Well, that just shows it again for voting and doing all this other stuff. Military and the police get way too much money for no fucking reason.
I'm not complaining.
I bet you won't, because you're in the military to not really fight for our country, but when it all comes down to it, you're fighting for our country.
Well, it does provide a lot of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it does. That's what I'm saying. But it's like, okay, if you're doing that and it's one of those things like ROTC or what have you, like back in those days, they went to fight in the actual wars or fight in things. Like being a part of the military now is basically just like, oh, I'm gonna get free tuition, I'm gonna get free this, I'm gonna get free that, and I'm the one that's paying for this shit. You see what I'm saying? And you just get a free education, get all this free shit, you get money for not doing shit,
Anyone
and then
can
you
do that.
still can be like, I'm part of the military. But why would I want to be a part of a bully? Like, that military is a bully. United States military is a bully.
I don't see it that way. I mean, yeah, there's some assholes that run the operations, but it's like
No, he's saying like the big picture.
the big.
not-
Oh
not
we're taking money from you to provide everyone else jobs, I guess. I don't know. I see it as a helping scheme for the world.
How is it a helping scheme when we're the ones that's going over into other people's shit, terrorizing it?
I'm not part of that. The military
Because you're
separating.
not-
It's not just one thing. Like when you say you're part of the military, you know, it's like it's not just fighting wars.
I mean, I understand it's not just fighting wars. Like,
Can
it's just
I-
like a
can I-
policeman is not just supposed to arrest.
Yeah.
But what else do they do? Okay, then. Whatever. What did
Could I ask what made you like join
Because the initial reason is I wanted to fight in the war next to my buddy, but it changed over the years.
How many years has it been? 3?
It's been 4.
4? Okay, so what after that first year, after like basic and all that shit, what changed in that first year, do you think?
Pretty much I didn't like the people I was working with. I mean, it just got old to me, like just always sucking, always being put in crappy situations where I don't want to be in. I'd be outside, I'd be in the rain, and I'd be soaked, and I'd be tired, and I had blisters on my feet, and I was like, this is shit, dude. I don't really like this. And then I found out that there's different jobs with the military. I was like, I want to be a sound engineer. I didn't realize I wanted to be a sound engineer until a few years ago. And I that's why I moved out to Arizona in the first place, and I found out there was another job that I can pursue my career.
Shout out.
What I love doing, and I took it.
So how about the first to second year? What
Well,
was that?
Initially, I got into the military, but my buddy, he couldn't get into the military because he was like blind in one eye. So that stopped him from joining.
Mm-hmm. I can't join because I got flat feet.
Yeah, something like that. Some stupid crap like that. Can't join because that's a real reason.
I think it is.
Like you gotta have perfect eyesight. You can't even wear contacts. You want to be fucking a pilot in the Air Force. So it's like shit like that. Like yeah, you're choosing not to have these. Like it's never mind.
Go on.
Can't be colorblind. I was sitting there at NEPS whatever, and the dude like he was like really depressed. I'm like, yo man, you okay? He's like, man, I can't get in. I'm like, why not? Because I didn't even know I was colorblind, man. Like he legitimately didn't know. Like we have a booklet and we flip to the book and we got to read numbers and stuff. And he legitimately didn't know he's colorblind and he couldn't read some numbers. He couldn't get in the military.
Damn.
Because they were a different color.
Yeah, because they're the dot things. You know, like there's a 6 and there's green and red.
Oh, I
dots,
see what you're saying.
Okay,
but let me ask you this though. Does the Middle East have a lot of colors for real? Like besides like some of the fabrics that they actually wear. So we're always, this is why I say this, we're always in the Middle East, right? That's the biggest part of the shit that goes on because of like oil and all that other good shit. But to stand out and be on guard and look at a brown landscape shouldn't be to where like, oh, you got to see this color. You know what I mean? Like,
there is, yeah. You definitely have to pick out colors while you're out there because you got to think of colored smoke grenades, right? You don't tell what I'm gonna light up a smoke. You can't tell anybody what color it's going to be because you never know who's listening in. They pop a green smoke, and they're like, yeah, I see green smoke. Is that you?
I mean, and I can see it in that instance. It's like if it's going to be something that's colored, but at the same time, like you said, you got people that actually want to be in the military, and then you got people that don't even want to fucking be there. Mm-hmm. Like, just because he has that one color blindness or in the eye or what have you, that doesn't still take away his determination.
It doesn't take away his determination.
He could probably be better than half of the people that enlisted.
That joined just because they didn't know what else
then it's like,
to do.
oh, well,
say if he was in charge of the entire operation, he's colorblind, and he's in charge of telling everybody what to fucking do, and the enemy pops up colored smoke, and we pop up colored smoke. He can't tell the difference between the two colors of smoke, and he's like, "That's our smoke. Let's go." They walk right into an ambush.
That's called adapting. You adapt. Just
How do you adapt to colorblindness?
You can. There's a lot of people that can steal.
Well, like I get what you're saying, but also at the same time, I feel like there's like another person in command that could help in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Possibility, it could be him. That's the only one that's in command. That's why they don't do it.
Hold on. Let me say something. This is what I just kind of like. A light bulb popped up like Al in the last video. Yeah. So it's like we choose as a military to be like, hey, these certain people can't get in, right? These people can't get in. But the thing about it is that we have so many people that are in the military that goes on to these other countries that come out with PTSD and all this other shit that is worse than those people that were even trying to get in the military. And you can't even help those people.
Money. Monthly checks. PTSD. My back is broken. It's spinal.
But most of the people that are homeless are veterans.
Yeah, that I don't understand.
Exactly. So how do we have all this money that we pay to this fucking military that can't take care of their veterans when they come back home?
It comes down to personal choices.
No, it ain't no personal choice. Some of them people don't have, like, y'all, like, honestly, if you actually go look through it, there's not a lot of help for veterans for the most part. That's why Biden is pushing so hard for the help of veterans when they come home. Mm-hmm. That's why more people are looking to vote for him and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So there's not as much as you may think to help those veterans. And it's hundreds and hundreds of veterans that come home every day.
Yeah.
With mental health issues and all this other shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes they might push it off and be like, oh, well, I'm going to get in this drug. Now they're hooked on a drug. Mm-hmm. Now that didn't spiral out of control. You see what I'm saying? The government puts people in a position to where you want to fight for this country and you want your patriotism, but your country doesn't fight for you when you come home.
I can't answer that. I don't know.
Well, I just say that that's crazy.
I guess when I'm a veteran, I'll be able to.
Well, I mean, you're a veteran, but you won't be going through the same things that others have.
No,
because you're still here on this soil. You're shooting a gun, but you're not shooting at people. You're not shooting at kids. You're not blowing up shit. You're not almost being blown up.
Yeah,
so you're not. So yeah, you're not gonna go through that. So it's just one thing to where it's like, you know, a lot of people profess, you know, that they're part of the military, but then it's kind of like.
That's why I hate when people
you gotta
like,
kind of. I feel like you should kind of like. I feel like. It's kind of like with like basketball players. People be on a team and they win a championship, and then those people on the bench get a ring. Well, I mean, did you play?
That's why I hate when people come up to me and they're like, "Thank you for your service." I'm like, "I haven't done shit."
But when you joined, was that a goal to like go overseas and shit? Is that what you wanted?
Definitely, yes. I was training to become an infantryman. I was training to go to war. I was taking it 110% serious. But it's just I hated sucking every single day. So what do
you mean sucking?
Well, if you're laying down on the grass and you have to do patrol and you have to take a piss, sometimes you have to piss your pants. Like no shit. And
you ain't cool unless you
shit in a fucking dirt hole. You gotta wipe your ass with some sticks and mud. You gotta freaking I got put in Alaska for 2 weeks. I was freezing my ass off doing urban operations.
Oh, you were in Alaska?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Oh, damn.
What'd you think about Alaska?
It was gorgeous. It was fucking amazing.
But the reason you were there was whack.
Annual training, and I wasn't there just to enjoy some scenery. We were out in the cold every single day for 2 weeks. It was negative 40 degrees. They made me sleep in the snow the very first night to get acclimated. And I got extremely sick, and so when I got sick, they literally sent me to another town for like 3 days, just to be like recover. I was like, all right. But we got to do some snowshoeing and stuff. And
so I'll ask you again. So looking back, would you do it all over?
Yes.
Well, he said he might re-enlist.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been a while, but I mean, I haven't spoke to him about that once before. But I remember you saying something about possibility of re-enlisting.
I definitely want to re-enlist because now I'm in a situation where I have a different goal in mind. I have my career to think about, my actual career, and on top of being in the military and doing what I love to do, that's a huge step forward for me. Than my resume stands out, definitely stands out, saying I'm a live sound engineer for the military. How many people could say that?
Yeah, that is true. It does look good on the resume. And so, like for you had, like, you were different. Like, you had a goal in mind of, like, going and actually fighting. And then you saw that our military is kind of asinine in a sense. So then you chose to still be a part of the military, but then you were like, well, I have a different love based off of the things that you went through within the time that you were in there.
Exactly. And if Eric was here and if he wanted to join the military and if he wanted to be a photographer for the military, that would be sort of the same aspect that I'm going into. He loves photography. He loves filming. He can be a photographer filmer.
He doesn't have time.
Never has time. I mean, you make time for things that are important. So stupid. You make time for things that are important.
No comment.
Oh man, I just love fucking with Al.
Cause he's being like all serious and shit. Like, then you just throw it like a little. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just like you're saying, like
oh
anybody.
Fuck, we forgot to light the fucking candle.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
But like anybody it's in the room.
Oh, it's all good.
Anybody can like necessarily go to the military, right? Mm-hmm. But then it's like for me, I thought about it.
But I'm not gonna be put in that situation where people are, in a sense,
Always in charge of you.
and looking down on me, in a sense. Like, they can think they can talk to me like that because, oh, my rank's higher than yours. Nigga, you better kiss my ass. You ain't gonna talk to me out of the way. I don't give a fuck who you are. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it is. Like, a lot of the people, even within the military, it's kind of like a lot of the people that was in the military even go into policing afterwards. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, all those same people that may have something that's mental health wrong or something like that, now you're still giving them that power to have, like a gun. I'm just saying, just as far as them, the way that it trickles down.
If I didn't have people talking shit over me or being over me, I would have never learned the amount of respect I have now. Like I have 180-degree turn around on everything because I joined the military. I'm more mature. I have a schedule, a routine that I get up every single day. I have a mental drive that I never used to have. I used to live in my mom's basement before I joined the military, and I just played video games all the time. I wouldn't shower for like a week. Mm-hmm. Like, I did not have anything set out for me. I was always late to school. I didn't care about crap. And I was very undisciplined. Very, very undisciplined.
Was there somebody that, like,
Did you play a
suggested
sport,
you?
though?
Huh?
Did you play a sport?
Yeah, I mean, I tried playing like hockey, basketball, and stuff like that. But every single thing that I set myself out to do, I quit. I just like, nah, I don't want to do it. It's too hard. But after joining the military and after being under some mental strain and some shit,
Because you can't quit.
yeah, I cannot quit.
Exactly. So that's why.
Yeah, exactly. And it gives me a mental drive. It makes me more mature. And it's made me into who I am now because of the military.
Was there like somebody other than like going to war and shit? Was there like somebody that helped you make your decision, or was it just you?
I really just kind of the recruiters came to my high school and I was looking at it. I was like, that would be pretty cool and stuff.
You were doing like pull-ups on the pull-up bar and shit like that.
And then it was all like just a masculine challenge, like who's stronger, right? And it was a cool thing. And my dad, I'm the only person in my family that's ever been in the military. And I just kind of said, hey, Dad. And I came home one day. I'm like, I'm going to join the military. And he was 110%, supportive.
I feel that. He knew you needed it.
Yeah, exactly. He knew I needed it. 'Cause
He's like, get the fuck away from me, man. You smell.
Yeah. End of the day, like, all that, like, yelling and shit like that, like, I dealt with that already growing up before I was 18. So,
Same.
You know what I mean? So to go into a career or anything like that and to be talked to like that, I'm not dealing with it. You know what I mean? That's just my own perspective. People probably have dealt with something like that and still want to go to the military. But I'm just one to where, like, I didn't want to because of those reasons.
Yeah, that's true. People really can't, like, in a way, they got too much pride. I've seen it as well, where there was a drill sergeant trying to give this guy orders, and he was just like, nah, fuck you. I'm not listening to you. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't like, you can't talk down to me like that. It was like, but that becomes into the era of, like, he doesn't have any respect. He doesn't have the respect for rank. He doesn't know, like, it came off as childish.
But why should he have to have respect for somebody that doesn't have any respect for him?
Because you have to earn it. You have to earn respect in the military. You don't just start off with respect. You earn it by following orders.
But see, that's the thing. You're a person just like I am.
Yeah, but that's different in the military, where it's like, I can't go up and I can't just instantly have I can't instantly have respect for both of you guys when I first met you. Like, you guys did earn my respect by amount of time and getting to know you.
But you still respected us off the top. Like, this is what people don't realize, I feel like, is that you respect somebody off the top. Like, when I first met you, I respected you in a sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing to where, like, oh, it's one of the things, like, I'm going to talk down to you and anything like that. But it was still like, I have that somewhat of a respect for you.
There's different stages of respect.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. When you first meet somebody, you have that respect, and then it goes by like how y'all communicate or what have you, then that's where you go with it. Like, damn, I don't respect this motherfucker that much. Like,
it's also a mental game. They're putting this the reason that they're screaming in your face, the reason that they're telling you push down and giving you all these orders right off the bat in basic training is because they're trying to break you. It's a mental game. People can't handle the pressure because when they're actually in war and you're getting commands to do, like you're getting told what to do and you get screamed in your face and there's bullets flying over your head, like people will literally break down. They'll break down and cry. They'll freak the fuck out. They're not used to it. They have no clue what's going on. But that's why they talk to you like that in basic training. That's why you have to follow orders, and that's why you have to be precise in everything you do, so you can get used to that.
I mean, I can understand that, but it's like in your case, they're talking down to you, and you're never gonna go to war, probably. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're dealing with all that for what? You're not going to have gunfire over your head for the most part until you actually go to war.
For the first 4 years, yeah. I mean, even if at drills, like, you're going to have people who are higher ranked than you talking down to you. You got to follow those orders, and it's like you earn that respect in that sense. Because after, like, when I first joined, like, I was getting shit on. Mm-hmm. But after being there for a couple of years, I earned that respect, and now I can talk to my sergeant, my staff sergeant, like I'm talking to you. And now I have that respect from him because he knows that I'm a good soldier. He knows I'm going to show up on time. There's shit soldiers in the military where it's like they're always late. They don't give a fuck what you tell them to do. And it's childish. It's so fucking childish. And it's like you better show up at a drill with your name tapes on right, everything's straight on, your freaking collar's down, you're looking good. It's about showing up and being on time and being and just having your shit together.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the structure of it all. Like,
I mean, either way, that's props. You know, that's cool you can tell that you're passionate about it and shit. You know, that's cool. Some people just don't, or I guess haven't found that passion either. So it's cool.
Yeah. You have a passion, like I know there's passion.
This fucking thing said that my phone it was
the
storage. It said I ran out of storage, so it stopped. But we got about like half of it. So.
Yeah, that'd be straight. We still at least have something to put on there.
I'll graduate one day. God damn it.
God damn it. But no, I just think there's just a lot of inconsistencies with our military. To where, you know what I mean?
Just
to where
the
it's like,
in general, yeah.
Just that in general, like, you know, they can tell you to go over there into a certain country and do certain things. You know what I mean? And then they come back and be like, oh, well, we didn't tell them to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, what you told me to go over there? I went over there and killed this whole fucking village for y'all.
Have you seen that show Snowfall?
I watched some of it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's based like on a true story. Like as far as like the CIA, literally like bringing guns and drugs here,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
they literally
fucking.
I kid you not, and you can quote me on this. They literally drop them in Chicago and drive off.
It's crazy.
And then we wonder why there's so many killings in certain areas and all this other shit. Our government is ass, bro. They start shit and then think they're the ones to cover it up or the ones that, oh, we fixed this. Well, where did the problem start?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like
and that whole thing was, that whole thing was crazy because like there was really like no reason to even go down. I can't remember. It was like somewhere. I don't think it was like Mexico in the show. Or like in real life, but just there's just like no reason to even begin the whole like process, in my opinion. But we just went ahead anyway, and then like when shit hits the fan, it's like, oh, I don't exist. Like the dude that's a part of the CIA.
Yeah, it's like
it's like exist. Yeah, you gave him some fake ass name and shit, and he's like, oh, then everybody's like shredding all the files and shit. It's just like, man.
But it's funny that you say something about like the guns because I think it was just in the last couple years.
It's like the Tom Cruise movie. That I told you to watch. Yeah. It's just like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. But it's like the CIA actually got busted with a boat full of fucking cocaine to bring over here. It was a CIA boat But then we're fighting the war on drugs. We got to put all this money so we can fight
Bring
the war
that
on
cheese
drugs.
back.
But
to the
then,
States.
but then y'all the ones that's actually bringing the shit back. But then
Yeah.
so you're basically fighting. We've been fighting this ghost this whole damn time, basically, for the last 50 years
for no reason.
for no fucking reason.
I remember a few years ago too. There was it was somewhere. There was a boat in Australia, and just like it was like two like Instagram models ended up getting arrested because they had just like an insane amount of coke.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
my
have to
type
look
of
the
party.
story up and shit. But
That's
yeah,
my type of party. Let me
yeah,
know
I was
that.
just like, man. But like you expect like two dudes, or some shit. But no, it's like these fucking girls just
yeah, that's
killing
crazy.
it. Yeah, like the amount of drugs was nuts. Yeah.
But that's why I always say, like, there's other operations that's getting drugs in here. But it's like, how are all these other drugs are getting
Like
here
mass
by
quantities.
mass quantities like that? You know what I mean? Like,
Instagram models, man.
Yeah.
well, even then, it's just like, man, like, how did they get their hand on a whole bunch of coke like that? Like, you know what I mean? Especially, like, for America. The war on drugs. I think,
Do you grow coke? Is that how coke's made? Do you just like grow?
I mean,
it?
it's a plant. It starts off as a plant.
Yeah, it's definitely a complicated process.
it's all
I mean, not
natural.
complicated, but it's just like
Have you ever heard of coca leaves?
it's not something you just like pick up off the ground.
So it's
you
like
know.
it's
Or
like
a
weed.
coca plant?
No, it's not. That's
grow
I didn't want you to associate weed and coke together.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's, you don't just, and I mean, even weed, you don't just like fucking
Just
pick it up out the ground and just fucking smoke
grows
it.
like
you know?
that.
Yeah.
No, you gotta let it dry. You gotta do all this other shit. Yeah.
Let's set the field on fire.
But it's kind of like even with
That's
that.
fucked up,
So literally, even those two things that you just named, coke and fucking marijuana, both grow from a fucking ground. Like the plants grow from a fucking ground.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it can be used for medicinal purposes. Like,
Right.
Back in the times of the Aztecs and shit like that, they knew to chew on the coca leaves and just put the leaves in their mouth. You know what I mean? And that was a form.
Get them juiced up.
And yeah, get them juiced up and to do
Start
whatever they
fucking
needed
fighting
to do.
bears
you know
and
what I mean?
shit.
Do
So-
they just start chewing on plants to see what it does? Just like
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. Like you're gonna
it's like
try
the
to
guy who
find
discovered
something
milk.
out.
It's like I'm just gonna pull on this and drink
Yeah,
it.
and milk comes out. Like goat milk too. It's like
It's, badger milk, it's
yeah,
it's-
it's a lot of shit.
Oh,
It's like how do you get milk from?
You
a
never had
fucking,
badger milk? Damn,
What is it?
that's how you get big, man.
It's like silk.
Yeah.
It's silk. Like how the fuck you get milk from?
and how do you get milk from almonds? I mean, that's like, show me the tit on an almond.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta squeeze that bitch.
Something to think about, man. Yo, yeah, almond milk is fire, but that cashew milk, fucking trash,
No, I haven't even.
garbage.
know
Don't
that,
ever,
man.
don't ever. Even if it's on sale, don't get it. I'm just
Garbage.
I'm just telling
Honestly,
you.
if it was up to me, I would get milk straight from a cow. If it was up to me.
Is that the
just being
shit that you
honest.
get, like the pasteurized or some
I
shit?
get whole milk.
He talking about the
Yeah,
stuff
but
that the
like-
military sends you or whatever.
Oh no.
Oh, you get shit sent here?
No. There is actually. Well, yeah. I actually a couple times my dad ended up ordering me some like just straight raw milk. Mm-hmm. And,
Was it good?
Oh fuck yeah!
It's the best.
It's the best damn milk ever.
don't know, man.
Gave
It's the
some
best
to Leo.
until you actually like drink it straight. Because I've had it straight from the cow.
I'm just
basically.
picturing like a whole bunch of shit in it, and
no, it has all the minerals that you possibly.
Because
want
what
from milk.
happens is
it's like
that
chunky and
Oh god.
like
no.
with milk. So say like whole milk and stuff like that. What they do is that it's into something and like they like 2% skim milk. All they do is skin a certain amount of like that fat and shit off, and then it's like skim. And so you just don't understand like that's probably all the nutrients that you need and shit like that.
yeah. I mean,
see what
I've
I'm
never
saying?
been a fan of skim milk, but yeah.
But yeah, it just
Yeah.
just that whole milk, like they pasteurize that shit and put all this other shit in it to make it last longer.
Yeah.
Shoot it up with
'Cause-
some steroids and shit.
Because what people also don't know, for the most part, don't know is that eggs are not supposed to go in the fucking refrigerator unless you actually put them in the refrigerator, and then they have to stay in there for the rest of the life. Oh. If you actually get like the egg straight from a chicken, you can just leave them out. They actually, I think they last longer.
Huh.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
you know, also know
Just
that
learning things today, man.
eggs aren't
See what I'm
white.
saying?
Eggs are not white too.
Yeah, they're
They're
like
painted.
they're
They paint them white.
Yeah, they paint them white.
Yeah, they're the brown ones are like the real eggs, or whatever the one is, orange.
Why
or
do you think
whatever.
they paint 'em
Those
white?
are the real ones.
It's propaganda. It's like eggs are white. just what they send out, you know. And everyone just like fucking
It's
believes
either
it.
that or
I feel like there's got to be another reason.
like a longevity
He said
thing.
propaganda. I'm
I
like,
just-
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I feel like there's a lot of things that, like, say, since we're talking about food, there's a lot of things that we actually do fucking wrong. You know what I mean? But it's right in our eyes because we want the longevity of whatever that food is.
Or it's just like it's again, just like what we were saying yesterday, just like all you know. So then nobody asks questions, so.
And it's funny, though, because it's like, wait until like they take away those grocery stores. Like when the quarantine happened, like what was people doing? Going fucking crazy because they don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like I can't get my Doritos, man.
Yeah, look,
It's like, you gotta grow a Dorito tree.
look, right? Something shit.
Dude, one thing I will say, like when I was in Mexico, like last week or whatever, I felt like shit. Like even if it was packaged, like it just tasted different. Like it was just like shit
like
was just a
Doritos
lot.
and stuff.
Well, yeah, there was like I think it was like some it was like some like baked lays or some shit, and there was like some certain spice. I can't remember what they were called, abo dabu or some shit like that. Yeah, but yeah, they were fire. And then you go get them here, and it's like, nah, it ain't the same, man.
I saw this post.
But it's probably
which is
it's
weird.
healthier for you there, like the shit that they use compared to what we use, which is
that's
crazy too.
But that's crazy though too, because we are actually in a deal. We actually send them the chips and all that shit and Coke and shit like that. So it's like,
Well,
it's
because it's so like the shit is so nasty here that they love it down there because they don't have it, you know.
Well, but we take all their fruits and vegetables,
Yeah,
so we trade them for like
for shit.
Coca-Cola and and hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh man, did you know about that? There's a deal between like Canada, America, and Mexico, and it's like a trade of like stuff. I don't even know what Canada gets, but I just know that between fucking America and Mexico, we send them all our bad shit. They send us all their good shit. Yeah. And then look, I don't know what price we buy it from them at, but then we got to go and buy a $8 salad from McDonald's or go buy a $8 or a $10 salad from this place. You know what I mean? But then they done bought that whole bundle for probably $10 of lettuce or what have you.
Nothing beats the molasses that comes from Canada.
Oh, molasses, like
Syrup.
like tree sap.
Yeah, pancake syrup.
Oh, that's that. Is that Kodiak?
I don't think the Kodiak pancakes themselves come from Canada, but I know the syrup. You can get Canadian brand syrup, and it just doesn't beat the syrup that we sell here. It's so freaking good.
I mean, there's a lot of things I feel like that a lot of countries do well. It's just that some things you just can't get.
What's like a childhood food that you guys loved back in the day?
Childhood.
Uncrustables.
Hell yeah.
How old are you?
23.
But Uncrustables?
That's
I didn't
funny.
see a fucking Uncrustable until like I was out of high school. That was
Oh
like
no, we were smacking
2009.
on those things in high school, bro. Yeah.
That was like 2009, 2009 is when I graduated.
Dude, I remember like I was younger and I was like growing and shit, and we was at church, and me and my grandpa was about to leave. Where you going now? Fucking God.
And the reason I say that is because like we had those fucking peanut butter and jelly wafers. They weren't Uncrustables. They were the wafers.
Those was fire.
Those were
The strawberry ones is
nah,
the pink ones.
Nah, yeah, I'm good. I want the goddamn grape.
But what me and my grandpa was leaving church and shit, and one of his homies like stopped him and he's like, "Hey, what are you feeding him?" Like talking about me, and my grandpa goes, "Cereal." I was like, "Hell yeah, bro! I'd just be smashing cereal all day, man." I was like, "I'm about to go smash some cereal when we get back."
Look, I know that shit.
Yeah. I just always thought that was funny, cause just like how he said it, just like it was just funny.
It probably seemed like to that dude like he was just being an asshole.
It's like all that dude eats.
Like my AAU team, we would always go out and like I swear I would always our coach would end up shout out Crawford, but we would always go to fucking either Golden Corral.
Dude, yeah.
There's another one that was like a buffet. But one of the plates for me had to be a big ass plate of broccoli and cheese. So everybody was like, "Man, you gonna get your broccoli and cheese?" Like, yeah, I'm about to get my broccoli and cheese. Fuck, don't worry about that. It's gonna be the second plate. But
I didn't even know Golden Corral was a thing till till around high school. I feel like that was the
Till around
first.
high school, yeah.
We was playing in like a playoff game and we stopped there to eat and shit. And I was like, I never heard of this
because
place
it
in my life.
was Ryan's. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
yeah. Ryan's was
Yeah.
big,
Mhm.
and then back we had
Old Country?
You guys ever heard of Ponderosa?
Ponderosa. Yeah.
Man, they had Ponderosa, bro. That bitch shut down. Me and my grandpa was so
What about
pissed
Old
off.
Country Buffet? Dude, is that still around?
I don't know.
Old Country Buffet. They had that too.
We should go to a buffet. You guys want to go?
That'd be dope as hell.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to go.
That'd be dope to go to like one of them Chinese ones.
I'll go without you. That sounds fire.
Do like a Chinese buffet or something.
Yeah, I
Get your money
think
worth.
we hit the if we were to go now, we would get charged extra. You know, because
Oh, yeah, it's not
lunchtime
the-
is a lot cheaper.
It'd be like 11 to 3.
Yeah, and then right now it's probably like $30.
Dragon Wall, man. Dragon Walls.
What we need to do though is go to hit up a Korean barbecue. Been wanting to do that. That'd be dope.
Dude, I'm not a fan, man. I always say this. I was in Malaysia, and I know it's not fucking Korea, because I said this before, and then somebody's like, "Oh, you're Malaysian." Mm-hmm. I was like, bro, the people I was with was Korean, so fuck off. But yeah, they took me to like a local like Korean barbecue spot, and I was like, nah, man.
Did you cook it?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's one of the things I like about it, to where like, all right, I ain't gotta make all my meat at once or what have you, and it's something to where like you're cooking it your damn self. So I think it's more
It's a cool concept.
Yeah, concept of like just cooking in front of, rather than go to hibachi and you're paying even double of that for somebody else to do it.
I think it was more so like the meat that they had over there. Like that shit
Well, you
was
were
just,
eating,
it was like some weird shit.
You
Man.
were eating like monkey and shit.
And this girl's like, try this. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And boom.
She said cat dogs.
Yeah.
You want to try this dog? He had 3 legs.
It was cool. It was a cool experience, you know, to say I did it, you know.
Oh, definitely. That's why I want to go out of the country and, you know, just experience different things. You know, because we can say, like, I talk about it every time we see, like, different movies that talk about other countries and shit like that. You know, like last night in the movie, just in the start of it, whatever military it was, or it wasn't even the military of the country, it was some other like militia, but they came through and like basically told everybody at their house, you know what I mean, like they couldn't say anything, like, or they were gonna die basically. And so then they're like, oh well, you come back in 3 days. So basically as they were walking, they went through basically kind of like checkpoints as they're walking more and more further into the countryside, and they're taking more and more from them. So now they're taking their jewelry, they're taking their cars, they're taking all of this. But here we have the luxury of being like, hey, let's call these people, and then you can't do that or what have you. You know what I mean? We don't have whole cities that are getting like taken. We have that luxury. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think about it in the
Is that
context
yours,
of that.
Al? Jesus, man.
No, that's me. But
Fucking blowing up, dude.
in that context, oh, shit.
Oh my God.
But in that context, it's like we take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, to live in a country where they literally tell you what to do. And then this brings up one of these points that I used to make about the face mask. You know what I mean? Like, other countries went on lockdown for months. And then
And
they
we were
gave us
still-
the option to be like, hey, you can wear a mask and social distance, because they know how we are. But then you can't even do that. But then my thing is, like, how did we expect for people to wear face masks when people can't even push in their fucking cart at the grocery store?
Same shit, man.
But you're expecting to wear a face mask.
Where would you guys want to retire? I mean, like, when we get there, like, we ain't gonna be able to retire. But I'm just like asking them.
So since you say that, I got a question about that. So,
But you're not gonna answer my question.
Yeah, I will.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of like, because with your question, you're talking about retirement. But then a lot of the things that happens for us to be able to retire is Social Security and stuff like that. But what they're trying to say is that maybe at a certain point, we're not gonna have that when we get older.
Right.
So
well, that's what I was saying.
how
That's
can
what I
we
was saying.
potentially retire then if we don't even have that money? Like, dude, are you giving it back when y'all stop SSI? Because I've been paying in that motherfucker for years. Like, you gonna give me my money? Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things. Like, how are you gonna stop something and be like, damn, y'all can get y'all money? Ain't that just a big ass Ponzi scheme in a sense? Like,
Yeah,
what?
it is a legal one.
A legal one at that,
There's
yeah.
that gray area. you
Yeah.
know? Al, is that the girl? Okay.
It's a girl. And I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying.
But
I mean,
to choose
I
a
agree.
place, though, honestly, I wouldn't want to be in the United States.
That's where I'm at.
And the reason being is not that I don't like the United States as far as a place for myself to just like, settle down. But I would just want to go to like a country that, say, St. Thomas, for instance. You know what I mean? Like, that's another country. But it is kind of like ran in a sense by, they have the same thing as America, but you get to live on the beach and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I like that type of lifestyle, especially if I don't want to have a care in the world. You know what I mean? In other countries, you will not have a care. But if you are a retiree and you're still living in America, you are still going to be stressed the fuck out until you die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would like to just raise a family somewhere else than here too, just so that they see like a better culture. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like growing up here.
I can see that.
I'm not about kids.
You're atheist?
No.
What?
No, I don't want to have kids.
Yeah.
I think my view of a family is a couple dogs.
Well, let me ask you, why don't you want to have kids, man? Everybody wants to know.
Well,
Yeah, we just switched the subject. I had something to say, but I got the question.
Go ahead.
No, I got the question.
Well, he's thinking.
Okay, while he's thinking. So one thing I saw, I think I saw it on Snapchat, I believe, but a lot of things that we talk about as far as like for the 2016 election, everybody's like, oh, well, if he becomes president, I'm moving to another country, all this other shit. Well, this woman was like, well, I was one of those people that actually did it. But do you know you still are having to pay America after you leave from this country?
Yeah, that's something I'm going to have to look into.
Yeah, you have to pay like $2,500 to renounce your citizenship. And then on top of that, you got to pay taxes every year.
Yeah.
So you're
That's
damn near
interesting.
paying double taxes.
It's interesting. But I'm curious how that works if you don't have, like, if you're legal somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're still technically in some right citizen.
You have a
of the
paper
United
trail
States.
to the
America. Yep.
Huh. Just because you're born, like you're
born here.
Yeah, so I guess that's interesting. I was almost born in Germany. Fun fact: my aunt was actually born in Germany. Her fucking birth certificate's crazy. Can't read that shit.
Like, hey, here's my birth certificate. Bring your birth certificate to the
Yeah, and then they're like, "What the
application.
fuck
Like,
is
what
it?
is going on? Like,
The
yeah, it's my
fuck
birth
is
certificate.
it?
You asked me to bring it. Is it fake? No, I was born somewhere else, buddy.
Well, Al, you don't want kids. Why?
Well,
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm not ready. Never will be. I don't think so.
I mean, you weren't ready to be a part of the military, but look what you did.
I was ready at that point when I joined. I was totally
No,
ready.
you wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. I don't think anybody's actually ever ready to do anything.
Yeah. You just gotta go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about a better question? Why don't you want them?
Well, they just they infuriate me. Kids are the devils.
My thing is like, what kids?
Why-
now that I
why-
think about it,
Why do they infuriate you?
It's just, I don't know. I just.
You
I
see
guess
a lot
I
of
don't
them
want
in
that.
yourself?
I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to. I don't want to. This is gonna sound selfish as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's like 90% of the reason
I'm
why.
selfish.
Yeah.
I'm selfish. I'm gonna say it. Yeah. I like spending money on myself. Like, damn, it's like I got too many ambitions right now, and
I mean, you don't have to feel bad for like saying how you know.
yeah, like
Even if I'm
Yeah,
like
I feel like you're
older,
not
it's
the
like,
only one.
I'm never gonna be around. I see myself traveling the world with the band, you know, and just
You know what? Hey, I'm never gonna lie. I have literally had some conversations with people that thought that same way, and they end up having kids.
Oh shit.
And it's crazy because the more the people try to stay away from that is more pushing them towards it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, I feel like a big part is like, say he meets somebody and then they're like, oh, I want kids,
I'll tell
and
him
then and then he's like, no, and then meets another person. And it's like, oh, I want kids, and he's like, no. But it's like in the back of his head, so he's kind of like, man, maybe I have to like change my thinking. You know, in order to get something that I want, because I'm like losing pretty decent things, you know.
and at least now,
yeah,
at least now too. Like you say, you're 23. Okay, I'm about to be 30 next week.
damn, dog.
The thing about it is
Still old
that
as
literally, like you are still somewhat young. But the thing about it is, like you're gonna continuously age, right? And as you get older, the more that you stay single, the more that you're gonna have to deal with a girl that already has a kid.
what if I mean, for example, my mom, she remarried. Neither of them wants kids, and that's what they.
But they already have kids.
Wait, but you said your mom.
Yeah, my mom.
So you're her son.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
What
she
the
already
fuck
had kids, but she's already like she's done with it. She doesn't want any more. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, you 23. How old the fuck is your mom, man? What the fuck you talking about?
48.
Jesus.
All right, I think I'm heading out. I need to go see her. Speaking of.
Oh, your mom's here?
No, I'm going out to Cave Creek. I'm going out.
Oh, word. Yeah, you heading out?
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, we can wrap it up. Huh?
Yeah, my dad just had a little brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's right.
What are you doing in Cave Creek?
I love my little brother. Don't get me wrong, but spending time with him is like sometimes I don't know. I don't think I could do it. But I'm gonna go hang out with my cousins. It's a big old family day.
Oh, the whole family's out here?
Yeah, they're going out and spending time. I'm out at my mom's place, and so I'm packing up my music shit, and I'm gonna go over there and play some songs and stuff.
That's what's up, man. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. And that's it, man.
That's it.
Will you hit the button? I'm kind of comfy.
Red button.
There was stop.
White stop.